Hello guys and welcome to our new video. This is our Gameweek 17 preview. Let's start with some budget picks. Chicharito increasingly getting back to his form with 3 goals and an assist in his last 3 starts up front for the Hammers, with Arnautovic out until January at least and Lucas Perez also picking up an injury. Chicharito is likely to retain his spot as starter. Opponents Fulham conceded 16 goals at home and 40 in total so far. No other side in the league have conceded more. A favourable run of fixtures is upcoming for the Mexican striker, with most of their opponents currently lying in the bottom half of the table. Diego Jota, in good form, having scored 2 goals and provided an assist in the last 3 game weeks. Only Jimenez 4 and Doherty 3 scored more goals than Jota's 2 goals among Wolves players. They're also the only 2 to provide more assists, 6 and 3 respectively, than Jota's 2. Salomon Rondon, with 3 goals and an assist over the past 5 game weeks, Rondon is currently Newcastle's most informed player. Newcastle may not be scoring a whole lot of goals, but everything they do, expect Rondon to be involved. He's their leading goal scorer as well as providing 2 assists for a contribution of approximately 40% to Newcastle's goal total. Their 2 upcoming fixtures are against Huddersfield and Fulham respectively, 2 of the worst sides in the league defensively, so chances of Newcastle finding the net are high. Next up, our differentials. Firstly, this week we have Patterson. Every now and then on FPL, we're blessed with a player who's classified as a midfielder in the game but plays as a striker in reality. Okay, Patterson is not a conventional striker and probably won't be a striker for the entire season, but he currently is, so why not benefit from it? With 4 goals all in the last 8 games, he is in great form and he'll only cost you 5.3 mil. Next we have the Bosnian wingback Kolasinac. Everybody loves an attacking fullback. We've seen Doherty and Alonso score big this season. Maybe Kolasinac can join the club. He has benefited from Arsenal changing formation to 3 at the back, enabling him and Bellerin to concentrate less on defending and more on attacking. 11 attempted assists in the last 5 game weeks, which is more than any other Arsenal player, and 2 assists in the same period prove he's getting into the right areas. Arsenal also have a favourable run of games, so clean sheets odds are also good. Last but not least, we have the Great Dane, Christian Eriksen. With the run of games Spurs currently have, plenty of attacking potential is there. Eriksen hasn't been in good form this season, explaining his low ownership, but in the last 3 seasons he has assisted 16, 20 and 10. 4 assists in Eriksen's last 3 starts show he's moving into form. Rotation is there, but the preferred 3 behind Kane seem to be Son, Ali and Eriksen, so we'd expect those 3 to play the majority of games with Mora and Lamela sometimes put in. Concerning clean sheets odds, Spurs, Arsenal and Man City have the highest odds for Gameweek 17. Check out the odds of other teams in the rest of the list. Our top 4 players to watch are Sané. After a positive streak, City met defeat for the first time this season last game week. Sané has scored 6 goals and made 7 assists this season. In his last 5 games he has 3 goals, 2 assists and 3 bonus points. Sané made more points than any other teammate in this period. He has 13 shots on target and 22 attempted assists. Aubameyang. Arsenal play Southampton this game week. Their previous 5 meetings ended in 3 wins and 2 draws in favour of Arsenal. The Gunners haven't lost a game this season since game week 2. Southampton conceded 10 times in the last 10 game weeks. Aubameyang has 10 goals and 4 assists this season. In his last 5 games he has 3 goals, 2 assists and 5 bonus points. He has 15 shots on target and 15 attempted assists. His goal conversion is 27%. Son. Tottenham welcome Burnley this game week. Their last 5 meetings ended in 3 wins, 2 draws in favour of Spurs, with a goal difference of 8-2. Spurs are in good form, only losing twice in their last 10 Premier League games. Son has 3 goals, 2 assists and 4 bonus points in his last 5 games. He also has 10 shots on target and 9 attempted assists. Hazard. Chelsea travelled to Brighton this game week, and their previous 2 games, Chelsea won 4-0 and 2-0. Chelsea have had an interesting few weeks with some surprising results, losing to Wolves one day and beating Man City the next one. Hazard has scored 7 goals and made 8 assists this season. He has 17 shots on target and 44 attempted assists. Our favourite captain picks in Gameweek 17 are Sterling, playing Everton home. With Aguero adapt to face Everton on Saturday, Sterling is expected to be Man City's striker, that's why he's our Gameweek 17 obvious captain choice. Kane playing Burnley home. Kane has scored or assisted in his last 5 league starts, that's why he's our second captain choice. And our punt pick is Aubameyang, playing Southampton away. 54% of our fans on Twitter voted to Harry Kane as a captain. To the last part of the preview, frequently asked questions. Ahead of their favourable run of fixtures, who should we get from Arsenal? Oba or Laka, Kolasinac or Bellerin or Torreira? According to stats, Aubameyang leads the way in nearly all areas, Lacazette is cheaper and has played reduced minutes, so is Oba worth that extra 2 mil? Well, at the moment, you have to say yes. Aubameyang started in the last 5 games, scoring 3 goals and assisting a further 2, totaling 33 FPL points. Lacazette has been carrying an injury and has only started 2 of the last 5, playing 200 minutes less than Aubameyang and recording 1 goal and 1 assist, totaling 14 FPL points. I think it's obvious that Aubameyang is the better option at the moment. It's worth noting that Aubameyang may get rested once or twice over the busy festive schedule. Bellerin or Kolasinac? Bellerin leads the way in most areas, however the Frenchman has played and started all 16 Premier League games this season to record these stats. The Bosnian left back on the other hand has only started the last 6 games. If we look at the last 6 matches, the stats look much more favourable for the Bosnian. Over the last 5 matches, Kolasinac has outscored Bellerin by 25 points to 12. Looking at recent stats, Kolasinac clearly looks like the better option. Bellerin, however, is the safest option in terms of rotation risk, while Kolasinac has competition with Monreal. That being said, and given the Bosnian's form, I don't expect him to be dropped in the short term if he continues his good form. In conclusion, at 0.5 mil less, Kolasinac is the better option. Finally, let's have a look at Arsenal's Uruguayan summer signing from Sampdoria, Lucas Torreira. He is originally a defensive midfielder, but while starting alongside Guendouzi or Xhaka, he has had the license to venture a little further forward, which has paid as he scored 51 FPL points this season with 3 goals and 2 assists. At 5.1 mil, he may be a really good option to have as a 5th or even 4th midfielder. Other players who've scored over 50 points and cost similarly are also good options. They are Brooks from Bournemouth, March from Brighton, Kanté from Chelsea, and McArthur from Crystal Palace. Aubameyang was the favourite pick by managers on our Twitter poll. Even after his hat-trick this weekend, should we keep or sell Salah to get Hazard or Sterling, who are cheaper and have easier fixtures? Confidence is at its highest for the Egyptian forward after scoring the winning goal versus Napoli. However, in my opinion, if you haven't already sold Salah, then now may not be the best time to do so. Both Hazard and Sterling have much easier fixtures, but Salah's hat-trick at the weekend has already punished those who sold him. Salah's stats are great, but at 13 mil, is that extra 1.4 mil from Sterling or 2.1 mil from Hazard better spent elsewhere? This could be the difference between having Salah and Torreira, Sterling and Fraser or Pereira, Hazard and Richarlison or Maddison. These are only examples, but the same principle can be applied with your desired premium midfielder and a top priced defender or a medium priced forward or midfielder. 42% of votes on our Twitter poll went to never sell Salah. At 5 mil, is Doherty a must-have defender this season? He's currently the 4th highest scoring defender in the game with 74 points. He's however the only player in the top 10 who doesn't play for a top 6 side, and at 5 mil, he's also the cheapest. As you can see from the stats, Doherty is performing better than the top 3 leading FPL point scoring premium defenders in the league in some areas. He has more goals, shots on target and opponent's penalty area touches, and has equaled the number of key passes with Liverpool's Robertson. What sets him apart negatively from the other 3 is the amount of clean sheets. If Wolves manage to concede less and Doherty continues to show the attacking and creative potential he's showing, he could find himself outperforming his competitors. This of course is unlikely, but nevertheless, I think that managers who don't own Doherty should seriously consider him, for at 5 mil, he's a bargain. On our Twitter poll, is Doherty a must-have? 73% of managers voted yes. Son or Kane from Tottenham. With Tottenham having a favourable run of fixtures in December, FPL managers are asking whether Son is a better or equal option to Harry Kane, especially given that most FPL managers will have to sacrifice Salah or Hazard to fund the move for Kane, while Son could be a more budget-friendly move. Let's see how Son did in the last 6 game weeks when both players played. As you can see, there's little to choose between the two players' stats over the last 6 games, apart from Son being 4 mil cheaper. But except for last game week, Kane is however less likely to be rotated, and it could be at Son's expense. It wasn't the first time that Son has been utilized as a striker for Tottenham. He played a few games there last season when Kane was injured. The ceiling for Kane is higher given his Premier League history, but if it means you can keep Salah or Kane by getting in Son, then it makes sense to do so. 51% of our Twitter fans voted to Kane on our poll, while 31% chose Son. Mitrovic or Chicharito. Lots of managers have been turning their attention to Shisha as they don't want to shift away from the Hammers who have a friendly fixture schedule. At 6.4 mil, he's 0.3 mil cheaper than Mitrovic, who's now back on the radars of FPL managers. Chicharito is a striker competing for a starting position compared to a striker which is the focal point of his team attack and is unlikely to be rotated. Recent form swings are in favor of Chicharito, who now has 3 goals and 1 assist in his last 3 starts, compared to Mitrovic, who has just 1 assist in his last 3 starts. Both have decent fixtures on the horizon, but I think the safe bet is to go with the Fulham front man. The only worry is that Mitrovic is only 1 yellow card away from suspension. On our Twitter poll, 49% of our fans voted to Chicharito, while 33% voted to Mitrovic. Before we end this preview, we have received many questions in our Facebook group about the FPL Cup and how to qualify. Here is what you should know about this competition. The top 4,194,304 scorers in Gameweek 16 have already qualified for this cup. From now on, each qualifying team will be randomly drawn against another in the first round. The winner, which is the team with the highest Gameweek score minus any transfer points, will progress to the second round. And so on and so on. It's just as simple as that. This is it for now. Check out our Facebook, Twitter and website for daily updates. Thank you guys for watching and good luck in Gameweek 17.